So let's look at the pronunciation of the Anusota Sutta. So Chattaro me bhikkhave puggala santo samvijjamana lokasmi. Katme Chattaro Anusotagami puggalo, Patisotagami puggalo, Thittatto puggalo, Tinno parangato Thale tirthati brahmano. कथमोच भिक्खवे अनुसोतगामी पुग्गलो इद भिक्खवे एकच्चो पुग्गलो कामे च पटिसेवति पापं च कम्मं करोति अयं उच्यते भिक्खवे अनुसोतगामी पुग्गलो कथमोच भिक्खवे पतिसोतगामी पुग्गलो इद भिक्खवे एकच्चो
Correct.
पुग्गलो
Correct.
कामे च न पटि न पटिसेवति पापञ्च कर्मं न करोति सहापि दुःखेन सहापि दोमनस्येन अस्तु मुखोऽपि रुदमानो पतिपुन्नं परिसुद्धं ब्रह्मचर्यं चरति अयम् उच्यते भिक्खवे पतिसोत्तगामी पुग्गलो कथमोच्य भिक्खवे स्थितस्तो पुग्गलो इद भिक्खवे एकच्चो पुग्गलो पञ्चन्नं ओरम्भागीयानं संयोजनानं परिक्रिया औपपातिको होति ततः परिनिब्बयि अनावत्तिधम्मो तस्मालोका अयं उच्यते भिक्खवे स्थितस्तो पुग्गलो कथमोच भिक्खवे पुग्गलो तिन्नो पारंगतो स्थले तिष्ठति ब्राह्मणो इद भिक्खवे एकच्चो पुग्गलो आसवानं खया अनासवं चेतो विमुक्तिं पञ्ञाविमुक्तिं दित्थेव धम्मे स्वयम् अभिज्ञा सच्चिकत्वा उपसम्पद्य विहरति अयं उच्यते भिक्खवे तिन्नो पारंगतो स्थले तिष्ठति ब्राह्मणो इमे को भिक्खवे चत्तारो पुग्गला सन्तो संविज्यमाना लोकस्मिन्ति ये केचु कामेषु अयं स्याता जना अवितरागा इह कामभोगिनो पुनः पुनः जातिजरूपगामी ते तन्याधिपान्ना अनुसोतगामिनो तस्मा हि धीरो इदुपट्टितस्सति कामे च पापे च असेवमानो सहापि दुःखेन जहेयकामे पतिसोतगामीति तमाहु पुग्गलम् यो वे किलेसानि पहाय पञ्च परिपुन्नसेखो अपरिहानधम्मो चेतो वसिपततो समाहितीन्द्रियो सवेक्षित्ततोऽपि नरोपवच्युति परोपरा यस्य समेच्छधम्मा विधुपिता अर्थगता न सन्ति सवे मुनि मुसितब्रह्मचर्यो लोकन्तङ्गु पारगतोति उच्यतीति. So this is the fifth sutta. So let's deep dive and let's dissect the sutta and let's understand line by line. Okay. So they are saying chattaru mein yes Sachi chattaru mein
Hmm.
yeah
No, no, nothing. Please go ahead.
yeah chattaru mein bhikkhave puggala santo samvijjamana lokasmin. So here chattaru mein means four. Bhikkhave means O bhikkhus. Puggala here means person. So santo means to be, samvijjamana means to be, and lokasmin. Lokasmin means in this world. So there are four kinds of people are found in this world. So katme chattaro, what for? Anusotagami puggalo, patisotagami puggalo, chitatto puggalo, tinno parangato thale chitatti brahmano. So there are four kinds of people we are saying. So first one is Anusotagami Puggalo. Anusota. Here Sota means what? Here Sota means stream. Sota in Marathi means स्रोत. स्रोत पाण्याचा स्रोत म्हणतो ना आपण.
Hmm.
चा फ्लो असतो. ठीक आहे. So अनुसोतगामी. Anu means what? With. Anu means with. And Sota means flow or stream. Stream of water we say like flow something. So Gami means the one who does. So one who goes. So Anusota Gami Puggalo means what? It means Sota means stream, Anu means with, Gami means in the direction. So a person who goes with the stream. Patisotagami Puggalo. Puggalo means person. Pati means opposite direction. Sota means again stream. And Gami means in the direction. So Patisotagami Puggalo means what? A person who goes against the stream. The third kind of person is Thitatto Puggalo. Thitatto means what? Thitatto means steer. So the person who is steadfast. So Thitatto Puggalo. Tinno Parangato. Thale Tithatti Brahmano. Means
तिथं म्हणजे what you said?
Thitatto means steadfast, who is steady.
Steady. Okay, okay.
Yeah. And Tinno Parangato. Tinno Parangato means what? Tinno. Parangato means पारंगतुने मराठीत जसं म्हणतो आपण. पारंगत means who has crossed over. तिन्नो means उत्तीर्ण म्हणतो ना आपण मराठीत. उत्तीर्ण झाला तिन्नो. त्याचं फक्त चिन्ह घेतलंय. तो उत्तीर्ण means one who has passed and one who has crossed over. Thale tithatti means who is stabilized on the land. Thale means some place. Brahmano. So a Brahmin who has crossed over and stands on the far shore. Okay. Katamocha Bhikkave Anusotagami Puggalo. And who is the person who goes with the stream? Bhikkhus are asking Bhagavanta. So he is saying, Ida Bhikkave Ekatto Puggalo Kame cha Pati Sevati. Kame means what? Kame means what? Kame means sensual pleasure. So, do you know what are the sensual pleasures? What are the five senses we have? We have our eyes, we have our nose, we have our ears, we have our tongue, and fifth one is our skin. So, what are their roles? So, we indulge ourselves in those. So, we want to see what is pleasant to our eyes. We want to see what is good only, what is best only. We don't want to see what is bad. And from individual to individual, it varies. One thing I like, one thing I found which is good. So I will indulge because I like it. So we always tend to look what is likable. We refrain to stay away from, or we express ourselves to dislike the thing which is not pleasurable for us. So the other thing is we want to hear the good music. With ears we hear sounds and music, and we want to hear the sweet noise, sweet sound only, which is likable. We don't want to hear the loud music or whatever. Some may like loud music, some may not. We want to taste the good food only, tasty, delicious, pizza, burger, French fries, and all. Right, Prachi?
Yeah.
So,
Right. Hmm.
so, so
Hmm.
we indulge ourselves in sensual pleasure. So, if it is raining, like right now, it's raining at your place, then you want to have
Hmm.
what? Garma garam bhaje.
I lost. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's indulging in sensual pleasures, and we want to smell things. So if perfume smell is there, it's so desirable. So we want to smell it. Like we indulge ourselves and about the touch. So when someone uses hair massage, we will feel so relaxed. So this is how we indulge ourselves in five senses.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm. Hmm.
yeah,
True.
yeah. So your screen is there, so you are visible. So I know. So
Yeah.
I insist you to keep your video on if you can.
Okay. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. So we indulge ourselves in sensual pleasure, and then what does that person does? Papancha kammam karoti. So and he does the bad deeds. Okay. So ayam uchati bhikkave anusotagami puggalo. So this is called the person who goes with the stream. So, if we look at it, so basically, kama means what? Indulging in five sensual pleasures. Then again, what Baba Sahib has said, we will from the from Bhagwan Buddha and his book. Baba Sahib says, even if it is rain, with the shower of money, greedy person will not be satisfied. Okay. So wise one knows that completing these sensual pleasures and desires are enjoyable for a very little time, and it will cause suffering. Greediness, desires, ego causes suffering, and then it generates what? Fear. Fear of losing something. Whenever we want something, then we develop fear also to lose it. So free from this has no suffering and no fear. The one who is free from the sensual pleasure, he doesn't suffer, and he don't have fear. He does not generate any fear, right? So other thing is that one who have ego, who forgets about the aim of life and runs after sensual pleasures and starts disliking one who meditates. He becomes unhappy and he becomes afraid. So clinging will cause suffering and fear. So Baba Sahib says, and I have advised us to stay away from greediness, desires, and ego, because it will cause suffering and it will cause what? Fear in us. So second thing, in Anusotagami, Puggalo does this. He does the papancha kammam karoti.
Greediness, desire, and what you said? Third,
Ego,
stay away from ego. Oh, yeah.
ego. I, me. Hmm.
Hmm.
So second thing is that he will do papancha kammam karoti. So what is papa kamma? Means akushal kamma. So that is unskillful deed, which is bad deed. So what Baba Sahib has advised in from Bhagwan Buddha and his Dhamma, don't have wrong impression that I will never do a bad thing, because we think generally I'm not the bad person, I will not do that thing, and we are in wrong impression always that I am not the one who is doing any bad stuff. But maybe possibility is that we are doing the bad things. So Baba Sahib says that don't have wrong impression that I will never do a bad deed or unskillful deed. With little drops river is filled. Likewise, by doing minute little unskillful deeds, it gets accumulated. So we have done some small thing, and then other day repeated the same thing, third day unknowingly. Maybe it so happens that we don't know we are doing a papa kamma. Papa kamma here is not exactly the bad deed. It's unskillful deed also. There is much scope to do the unskillful deed than the bad deed. So in Baba Sahib asked us that don't have this wrong impression. It may happen that we have been doing this, so it gets accumulated. So do not act by which you will have to regret, or you will get remorse, or and then you will cry. Do not act in any such way. Do not indulge in any such way that we will do right for now, right now, because it's pleasurable, enjoyable. But later we don't do not engage yourself in doing bad things, like which is the bad thing. So this is the definition he has explained, that we will have regret, or we will remorse, or we will cry. So we need to stay away from such things. So is Sunil here? So here the gatha comes from Dhammapada. Mano Pubbangama Dhamma Mano Setha Manomaya मनसाचे पदुत्थेन भासति वा करोति वा ततोनं दुःखमनवेति चक्कं वा वहतोपदम्. Meaning what? Man, our chitta, our mind is the main thing, is supreme. So with evil mind, whenever one speaks or acts, then definitely it will happen that suffering will be followed to him, just like ox ox's legs are followed by the cart, or we can say the van follows the driver. Whenever evil deeds will take, whenever it wants. Okay, so do not follow the bad path. He is saying, do not daydream. This is also papa karma. Be quick to excel. because refrain from bad thoughts. One who leaves behind the good deeds will slowly falls into the trap of bad deeds. If we stop doing good things, then we will slowly, unknowingly, will fall in trap of bad things. One who does evil deeds is happy unless and until one day he bears the fruits of the evil deeds. Because right then, right now, fruits will not bear. It will take some time. But then the bad karma, the person who does the bad karma, he will say, okay, nothing bad is happening to me. So he will continue. But one day, definitely, those karma will bear the fruit. So, and then he will be unhappy and then he will suffer. So, just like an iron rod can destroy valuable diamond, the heavy iron rod can destroy the diamond. Likewise, self created and self sustained bad deeds destroys its own creator. So, just like the creeper under the tree pulls down the tree. जो वेल असतो ना झाडाखालचा, झाडालाच वेढा मारतो, पण तो त्या झाडालाच ज्या झाडाच्या आधारे तो एवढा मोठा झाला त्यालाच तो ताकदवर झाल्यावर खाली खेचतो. तसंच just like that bad deeds will takes oneself to such a deteriorated place that his enemy will get delighted. So this is the power of the bad karmas, and we must be away from bad deeds. So one who engage himself or herself in sensual pleasure and bad deeds becomes such kind of person who is Anusotagami Puggalo, means one who is going with the stream. That person. Okay. So there is second type of person. Katamocha Bhikkave Patisotagami Puggalo. And who is this person who goes against the stream? So here is a Bhikkave Ekaccha Puggalo Kamme Cha Nappati Sevati. So here the person who does not take part in sensual pleasures, papanchakamman na karoti, nor he does bad deeds. Sahapi dukkhena, sahapi domanasena, astu mukhopi, rudamano. But what he does not indulge himself or herself in sensual pleasures, and he does not do bad deeds also. But then what he will live full and pure spiritual life in pain and sadness. Sahapi dukkhena, sahapi domanasena. Dukkhena means life of pain and sadness, domanasena. Astu mukhopi. Astu means what? Tears. Mukha means what? Our mukh, our face. So with tearful faces, he will cry. That person will cry. But then also he will not indulge himself or herself in sensual pleasures and bad deeds. He is dukhi, it's okay. He is bearing the suffering here, but he will not do any bad deeds. So, Paripunnam Parisuddham Brahmacharyam Charati. So, perfectly, completely pure, living a pure good life. So, Paripunnam आणि Parishuddha. Brahmacharyam. So, here term is Brahmacharya. Rachi, can you tell what do you mean by Brahmacharya? Whichever definition you know.
Brahmacharya is like, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Not indulge in anything. A free person, like
Uh-huh.
no
So,
craving of anything.
uh-huh.
All spiritual, like devoted to spiritual life. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the correct. No, this term here is not brahmachari, which is spread in Hinduism. Like he does अब्रह्मचारी, बालब्रह्मचारी आहे असं आपण जेव्हा म्हणतो. So this is not a
Mm.
term here. Brahmacharya is not
Mm-hmm.
only related with the third precepts here. It is related with, there are four Brahma Viharas. Do you know four Brahma Viharas?
No.
So there are four Brahma Viharas: Maitri, Karuna, Mudita, and Upeksha. So what do you mean by Maitri? So when seen, one being seen or unseen, the person who is being seen or unseen, or animals or things, those things which are near and or far, those whether small or big, for all beings, one bears the metta, one bears the maitri. Good wishes for them to be happy, healthy, and free from suffering. So this is the metta. Then second one is karuna. What do you mean by karuna? When someone sees one person unhappy, then or suffering, then one looks at with him or her with compassionate, kind eyes. So this is karuna. What do you mean by mudita? Mudita means whenever one sees a happy, joyful person, one does not get jealous, but he shares his joyful in their happiness. So he also becomes happy. He doesn't get jealous. Oh, this is good thing is happening with him, and look at me. I am at bad place or bad situation in my life. He will not think like that, but he will be happy because his friend, because his relative, or because their whatever nearer and dearer one is happy. He will not get jealous. There is no scope of jealousy in mudita. Okay. Upeksha. What do you mean by upeksha? So there are times when someone will misbehave with you or behaves badly with you. Then you don't dislike that person. You don't hate that person and you don't dislike that person. You just be in equanimous mode, state of mind, and you are steady. So these are the four Brahma Viharas. So in Brahmacharya means what? To such a ideal life and such a excellent behavior, as you have said. So this is the great definition here. So here he is not indulging in papa karma. That means he will do the kushal karma. What do you mean by kushal karma? Once done the skillful deed, one must do it repeatedly. Baba Sahib says in Bhagwan Buddha and his Dhamma, whenever one does the skillful deed, it so happens that he or she must do it repeatedly. Engage mind in skillful deed and accumulate it. So don't think that I will not be able to do good things. Don't have the impression that I will not be able to do the good things, as the little drop by drop pot gets filled. Like that a man can do lots of good deeds. A deed by doing which one do not regret and fruits can be enjoyed being happy. Think this as a good thing. So what is good thing? By doing such an act, by doing such a deed, we will not regret it and we will be happy when it will bear its fruit. This is called a good deed. What do you mean by good deed? We have seen. Okay. Unless good deeds bear its fruits, noble man lives in bad days. So there are bad days also for good person also. It's not आपण म्हणतो ना चांगल्या माणसासोबतच वाईटच का होते. We say that. So because his good karma has not have the fruit yet. That's why. So until good deeds bears its fruit.
Sorry. My power was gone, so I got disconnected. Can you repeat? Just
Yeah.
2 minutes back what you said. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
we have seen the definition of good deed.
Hmm.
Okay. So right now we are seeing until good deed bears his fruits, noble man lives in bad days. But later he or she will see good days. It's definite that he will see the good days because he has seen the good karmas. Okay. So here
I have one question. Can I ask now or after some time?
Afterwards, we will discuss. Let's complete the sutta first, because we are so. And then here we have seen that Chandanam Tagarang Vapi Uppalang Asavasviti Etesang Gandha Jatanam Sila Gandho Anuttaro. Means what? The flowers. Which flowers? Sandalwood, which has good fragrance, and Tagarang Vapi Uppalang. Uppalang means lotus. Tagar means Tagar Chameli, we say that. And the jasmine, all kinds of fragrance this flowers have, and it's very attractive perfume, and we want to have the fragrance of these flowers. But these flowers are nothing in front of virtue, because the perfume of the virtue is by far the best, because it will travel in all directions. And the next gatha also says that Appamatto ayam gandho yayam tagarachandano yochasilavattang gandho yati devesu uttamo. Means what? Sandalwood, lotus, jasmine fragrance goes nearby. Wherever the trees are planted, it will go, the fragrance will travel in that place only, but not in all directions. But the virtue smell, the fragrance of the virtue will travel in all directions, and it reaches very far. So ethics, Sheila we have seen. So that the person who conducts himself in a Sheila, that person's fragrance goes in all directions and it reaches very far. One must be very quick to do the good deeds and refrain from bad deeds. If man gets lazy to do good deeds, then his mind will turn towards bad deeds. The deeds which are beneficial for oneself are always hard to do. So, is the Kushal Kamma hard to do? I ask you, yeah, because why? Because Kushal Kamma requires lots of effort, training of mind. So definitely it's hard. It's hard to do. Okay, let me just check. Okay, so Oram Bhagiya. Then we have third kind of person. So what do you mean by third kind of person? Who is the third kind of person? Here, Chittato Puggalo. Katamocha Bhikkave Chittato Puggalo. And who is the steadfast person? Ida Bhikkave Ekaccho Puggalo Panchanang Oram Bhagiyanang Sanyojananang Parikhaya Upapatiko Hoti Tatta Parinibbai Anavatti Dhammo Tasmaloka. Means what? Here, this person with the ending of the first lower 5 lower fetters is reborn spontaneously. They are extinguished there and are not liable to return from the world. Ayam Vuchati Bhikkaveti Satto Puggalo. So this is called a steadfast person. So what do you mean by here comes 5 lower fetters, Oram Bhagiya. So what do you mean by Oram Bhagiya? So we call it as Avara Bhagiya. Okay, so it belongs to the lower world. What do you mean by Oram Bhagiya? Means Avara Bhagiya, belonging to the lower world. Being a sharer of the lower or this world, being in a Kama world. So he enjoys the 5 sensual pleasures. So there are five Sanyojanani. What are the 5 Sanyojan? So Sanyojan means what? Bonds. Fetter means what? In Marathi we call it as bandhan. So there are 5 kinds of fetters, especially bonds that are bind man to the field of transmigration. So it stops one man to transmigrate and to travel further on his journey. So there are 5 fetters or 5 bonds. 5 bandhan आहेत. So what are these? There are 10 actually, but Oram Bhagiya comes 5. So Sakkaya Ditti. First one is Sakkaya Ditti. Second one is Vichikicha. Third one is Shilavata Paramaso. And fourth one is Kamachando. And fifth one is Vyapado. So these are first five are called Oram Bhagyani. Okay. So what do you mean by Sakkaya Ditti? Sakkaya means what? Existing body. And Ditti means what? Theory, belief, drushti. Yeah. But theory. We have that belief. We have this theory. You have different theory of life. I have different theory of life. So based on that belief and theory, we see all the world. If it is fits into your theory that okay, I'm waking up early in the morning is good thing. for one own health. So if you think like that, then according to your drushti gets developed based on your belief. So it is that for you, for your ditti, in according to your perception, according to your ditti, that waking up early is good. It will stay you in good health. But the other person may have different views, with different beliefs and different theory. So he will say that even if I get up late, but if I go to the gym, if I exercise, then I will stay in a good health. So according to his belief, his ditti becomes. So his ditti is different, your ditti is different. These are beliefs and theory, and they are different from person to person. So here kya? Here, what do you mean by Sakai Ditti? This is body. So this is existing body. So this body in being. Sakai Ditti means. So existing body. Ditti is theory of oneself and theory of one's own individuality. Believe that in one or another of khandas there is a permanent entity of an atta. Means in short, what do you mean by Sakai Ditti? Ditti is the first bond and to be broken on entering the path. So we have this wrong belief. We have been born with this belief. We have from parents we have got this sankhara, and we have developed this belief system. We have so this is the first thing we need to break that belief system to go and to excel in one's own journey. So, what do you mean by Sanyojanana? Sanyojanana means identical with Upadana. It is opposite of Nibbana and it stops you from getting the Nibbana. What Sakaya Ditti? Sakaya means what? This existing body, belief about this existing body, belief of Atta. Okay. So it is extinguished by a path and it is to be put away by insight. By developing the insight, we put away this wrong belief system, focusing on nirodha, the destruction of the existing body or individuality. So keeping in mind that samudaya is the rise of the individuality. So Baba Sahib, in short, Baba Sahib says in Bhagwan Buddha and his Dhamma that Sakaya Ditti means what? This body is mine. So is this body mine? This belief system is first bond. What is the second bond? Vichikitsa. What do you mean by Vichikitsa? Vichikitsa means doubt, perplexity, uncertainty. Okay, doubt about the precepts, doubt about the Shila, Panchashila, Ashtashila, Arya Ashtangin Marga, doubt about the teachings of the Buddha. Tinna, Tinna Vichikitsa. So the term always mostly comes with Tinna Vichikitsa. Tinna we have seen, Tinna is Uttirna. Means one who has passed. Uttirna means what? Pass झाला म्हणतो आपण. So who has passed and overcome all the doubts. We called it as Tinna Vichikitsa. Okay. So Baba Sahib, according to Baba Sahib, is unstable mind, whose mind is not stable. So that person has the bond with Vichikitsa. So third one is Shilavatta Paramasa. What do you mean by Shilavatta Paramaso? Shilavatta means what? Ceremonial observances. Okay. And Paramaso means what? Touching or reflection or handling. So what do you mean by this Shilavatta Paramasa? Baba Sahib says that thinking that everything is depending on the dharmic karma and rituals. Having this belief is ethical state. So everything we do in our day-to-day life, for occasionally we go if there is what we can say Namakaran Vidhi of a newborn baby, then we invite Bhanteji and then we do some rituals. Okay, that is occasional. But when one enters in the Dhamma path, one who devotes his or her life or deepen his or her study in Dhamma, so maybe it happens that in everything he sees the dhamma, and his agraha or his strong belief that okay, everything needs to be done according to dharmic rituals. So this is also Baba says that thinking that everything is depending on dharmic karma and ritual. Having this belief is also ethical stain. Stain means काय म्हणतो आपण डाग किंवा डब्बा. Okay, to get attached to ceremonial observances under the influence of the ceremonial observances. So they handle the dhammas as other that what they really are. So this is not a dhamma to get over with something. Uh, Buddha always asks us to go under the midway, not extreme. So here, if one says that they handle the dhamma as other than what the actual dhamma is, what it really is, okay, so they transgress the real meaning of anitya and say it as nitya. Whatever is anitya, whatever is changing, whatever is not permanent, we call it as nitya or permanent or is not changing or is constant. So here it comes in this. So Shilavata Paramasa comes with uh, elements. So dhatu, we say it as. What do you mean by dhatu? Dhatu means elements. Prachi, can you tell me 4 elements of the universe? आप तेज वायु जल. Okay, so we in Pali we call it as Pathavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayu, means earth, water, fire and wind. Okay, these are Chattaro Mahabhuta. So Dhatu means what? It is a natural condition and it is the representation of sensory existence. Okay, material existence, Dhatu. So here the Shilavata Paramas deals with 3 Dhatus. And which are these 3 Dhatus? Kama, Rupa, Arupa. So these are the elements or the properties preceding and conditioning of Bhava. Means in some form of being, I must be there. So there are 3 dhatu here, Kama, Rupa, Arupa. So what do you mean by Rupa? Rupa means it has some appearance. Then whether it is Surupa, then Rupa has two kinds of Rupa. One is Surupa. Surupa means what? Beautiful. Durupa means what? Ugly. Okay. And Arupa means what? He doesn't have any appearance. Then fourth bond is Kamachando. What do you mean by Kama? Kam we have seen. So it is pleasure, it is lust, it is enjoyment on object of sexual enjoyment also. Chando means what? Passion, will or wish. Kamara, sensual pleasures of 5 senses that we have seen. And fifth bond is Vyapado. Vyapado means what? Vyapado. मराठीत म्हणतो ना आपण व्यापाद. In short, it is called दुष्ट बुद्धी. What do you mean by दुष्ट बुद्धी? Ill will. That means ill will or malevolent. Something making bad, doing harm to others. Desire to injure others comes in Vyapado, malevolence to disturb the flow of good going. Some person has this habit, like okay, if they want to gain some presence, then whichever good thing is going on, they want attention, so they will try to disturb it. So it is called as Vyapad, some kind of disturbance, ill will. Okay, so these are the five bonds we have seen. Which are the 5 bonds we have seen? First one was Sakaya Ditti. Sakaya Ditti in short means what? This body is mine. Okay. Second one is what? Vichikicha. Vichikicha means what? Doubt. Means this person has unstable mind. Then third one is Shilavata Paramasa. Shilavata Paramasa means Shilavat means ceremonial observances and Paramasa means reflection. So each and everything he or she does, he is obsessed with ceremonial observances, dharmic karma. Okay. So this is also bondage. We are not free unless and until we get out of these bonds. Then we have three dhatus dealing with Shilavati Paramasa, which are three dhatus: Kama, Rupa, and Arupa.
Fourth bond which you said, like
Fourth one is
third.
Kamachandu. Fourth one is Kamachandu. Kamachanda is same as Kama. We have seen that Kamachanda, passion for sensual pleasure. Okay. And then fifth one is Vapado. Vapado is what? Ill will, malevolent, dushta buddhi. Okay, doing harm to others. Okay. So, so the third kind of person who has ended this all bondages. He is free from all sensual pleasures. Okay. He is not thinking bad about others, and he doesn't obsess with the precepts, with the ceremonial observances. He is he does not doubt on the teaching, and he is he have the he does not have the wrong theory, Sakayadikti. So whenever these five bondage are ended, like this person, he is reborn spontaneously. तो त्याचा नवीन जन्मच होतो तेव्हाच्या तेव्हा. जेव्हाही हे फाईव्ह बंधनातून त्याला मुक्ती भेटते, तेव्हा तो रिबॉर्न होतो त्या क्षणी. ऑन दॅट मोमेंट ओनली इज रिबॉर्न spontaneously. So they are extinguished there and are not liable to return from that world. His world is changed. Everything Buddha says is at mental state level. So he is not liable to return from that world. Okay. So what do you mean by this is the steadfast person? Okay. So what is the fourth
This
kind
is a steady person, right? You're talking about the third. No, this is a
third.
steady person.
This is a steady person. And what do you mean by fourth person? Katamocho Bhikkave Puggalo Tinno Parangato Thale Tithati Brahmano. Right? Who is this Brahman who has crossed over? Tinno Parangato. Parangat झाला म्हणतो ना आपण. So he has traveled and he has crossed. Thale Tithate. And he stands on firm ground. He stands on the far shore. He has crossed. So who is this person? Bhikkhus are asking. Ida bhikkhave ekaccho puggalo asavanam khaya anasavam cheto vimuktim panya vimuktim dittheva dhamme sayam abhinya satchikatva upasampadda viharati. Means he is the person who realizes the undefiled freedom of heart and freedom of wisdom. Cheto vimukti. What do you mean by cheto vimukti? He is free from he has realized the full freedom of heart. Panya vimukti, freedom by wisdom. Dittheva means he has experienced, who has realized. Okay. So in this very life, and they live having realized it with their own insight due to the ending of defilement. Ayam vichati bhikkave puggalo tinno parangato thale tithati brahmano. So here look at this Brahman word here. It is not Brahman by caste. The one person who bears this quality, that person Buddha says is a Brahmana. Okay. So this is called a Brahmin who has crossed over and stands on the far shore. Imekho bhikkhave chattaro puggala santo. So what do you mean by asava and anasava? Here asava term has come. What do you mean by asava? Asava means what? Ashrava. Ashrava means what? Free from intoxicants and passionless. So that the thing which flows. Okay. Freedom from asavas means what? It constitutes arhantaship. The fight for the extinction of these asavas forms one of the main duties of a man. What is the main duty of a man? To get free from these asavas. So there are four types of asavas. Which are they? Kama, Bhava, Ditthasava, Avijja. What do you mean by Kama? So one who engages himself in sensuality, sensual pleasures. Then bhava. Bhava means what? Rebirth. So I want to be. I want to be.
Bhava,
Bhava
bhava
means
means
to be. To be or
okay.
rebirth. Rebirth. So rebirth means here what? Each and every time we are born, each and every moment we get born. So this is the bhava, rebirth or lust of life. Third one is dittha. Dittha means what? Speculation. And fourth one is avidya. Avidya means what? Ignorance. Okay. So these are the four asavas. So khaya asavas. Term always comes with mostly comes with khaya asavas. What do you mean by khaya? Khaya means shata. Like क्षय 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 होतो म्हणतो ना आपण त्याचा मराठीमध्ये. What do you mean by क्षय? Means wastage, destruction. Okay, means extinction of passions and such elements as condition, life, and birth and rebirth. So these are the four things when this person gets extinct with these four asavas, we called as khaya asavas, means extinction, going forth towards the arhantship. This means going forth towards the arhantship. Result of following leads to arhantship. Okay. What do you mean by anasava? Anasava means what? One who is free from asavas. Means when one becomes free from asavas, we call him as arhanta. Okay, so this is the concept of asavas and anasava. Asava has four elements, which are four types of asavas: kama, bhava, jittha, and avidya. Ignorance, speculation, rebirth, and sensuality. So when one becomes free from these asavas, we call him as arhanta. Or one who is working on these four asavas, we call him or her as he is working towards the arhantaship. He is going towards the arhantaship. Okay, so fourth kind of person who is crossing or who has crossed over and stands on the far shore when he is free from this all four asavas. We call him as arhanta. So tinno parangato means by uttirna. Parangato thale tittati brahmana. So Gatha has come. Imeko bhikkhave chattaro puggala santo samvijjamana lokasmantiti. So these are the four people found in this world. So you understand these four kind of people. Now there is Gatha. Ye kechi kamesu asanyata jana means all those people with unbridled sensuality. Avitaraga is a kama bhogino, not free from lust, enjoying sensual pleasures in this life. Punapunang jhati rupagami te. Again and again they return to birth and old age. Tannadhipanna anusottagamino. Those who go with the stream are sunk in craving. So whatever comes in their way, they go with that direction. Wherever someone takes to that direction. मराठीमध्ये आपण बघू लाकडाचा ओंडका पाण्याला जिकडे जिकडे नेतो तिकडे तिकडे तो लाकडाचा ओंडका जातो. So those people who engages themselves in sensual pleasure are called anusotagami. Then tasmahi dhiro idupatti tasati. So a wise one in this life with mindfulness established, kamecha papecha aseva mano, doesn't take part in sensual pleasure and bad deeds. Sahapi dukkena jahayya kame. In pain they would give up sensual pleasures. Patisotagamiti tamahu puggalam. They call that person one who goes against the sin. So here the person we have seen that he will do the kushal kamma. Kushal kamma we have seen what he does. He will do the things, small minute things which will be in later. It will be useful when it bears its fruits. Okay, so this is called a patisotagamini. What do you mean by Thitatto Puggalo? Third kind, Yove Kilesani Pahaya Pancha. Someone who's given up the 5 corruptions. What do you mean by Kilesa? Kilesa is corruption. What do you mean by kilesa? We call it as lust or impurity or stain. So kilesa is what? Obstacle. क्लेश ज्याला म्हणतो आपण मराठीमध्ये ते आहे आवरण. राग, मोह, दोष, क्लेश, sensual bewilderment, lust. So giving up kilesa is one of the four essentials of perfection. The recognition of evil, the removal of its source. The one who meditates on the path with the realization of extinction of the evil. This is mean by kilesa. What does Baba Sahib says about the kilesa? Baba Sahib says in Bhagwan Buddha and his Dhamma that don't fear any evil thoughts for anyone. Don't have bad will for anyone, for any person. Even you don't speak evil. Don't kill. Don't encourage. The one who is in search for happiness, he doesn't kill animals, who also wishes for happiness. He doesn't harm and gets happy. Even if wearing the jewelry and ornaments. This is very important what Baba Sahib is saying. Even if one person is wearing jewelry and ornaments, but is steady and silent, patient and behaves purely, doesn't point out the flaws in others, is a true shaman or even a bhikkhu. So here Baba Sahib says that it is not needed to take chivara, to not become a samana, but one when even if that person is wearing the jewelry and ornaments, but the person is what? Steady, silent, patient, and behaves purely, and he does not draw the point out the flaws in others. Okay, so this is the true shramana or even a bhikkhu. As bright horse takes care and escapes from the hunter, likewise a wise man will be patient with shame of not receiving bad words of others. So जो चंट घोडा असतो ना, चतुर घोडा, तो चाबकाचा जो मार असतो, फटकार असतो, तो बरोबर चुकवतो. So likewise the bright person, the one person, he will not act in such a way that someone will say evil things to him, bad things to him. Okay. So Yove Kilesani Pahaya Pancha, someone who's given up 5 corruptions. Paripunna Sekho, Aparihana Dhammo, a perfect trainee, not liable to decline. Cheto Vipassato, Samahitindriyo, who's mastered their mind. Samahita Indriyo means with faculties immersed in Samadhi. Save Chitatoti Naro Pavuchati. That's called a steadfast person. This is third kind of person. What do you mean by fourth kind of person? Ki Lokantagu Paragatoti. So fourth kind of person is Paropara Yasa Samecha Dhamma. The sage who has comprehended all things, high and low. Vidupita Atthagata na santi. Cleared them and ended them. So they are no more. Save Muni Usita Brahmacharyo. They have completed the spiritual journey and gone to the end of the world. Lokantagu Paragatoti Uchatiti. They are called one who has gone beyond. Okay, so in a gatha, summary has been made. So next is Marathi Artha. So you have any question or do you want to read the Marathi Artha?
I have few questions, but should I ask after Marathi reading or?
Yeah,
we read Marathi first, then it will depend.
Yeah.
The Gatha has very deep meaning, really very deep meaning.
Very deep meaning. Even though it is a very small Gatha, but when you unfold it while studying the Sutta, it has many terms has come. The definitions are really small given in the Sutta. Like Papancha Kammang Karoti, na Karoti. But what do you mean by Klesh in third? What do you mean by Parangato Tinno? In what since he is going to the Arhantaship.
Hmm.
The whole journey in this gatha of becoming a normal person who indulges himself or herself in sensual pleasures to becoming the Arhanta. So all the qualities have come in. Of course, there are many vast things which cannot be covered here, but it is a small, summary of the
Hmm.
uh, of this whole journey up to the arhanship from the person who indulges
Hmm.
in sensual pleasures. Okay,
Yes.
so
Uh-huh.
will you please read the Marathi? Is my screen visible?
Yes, yes, just a minute. Hmm. Should I?
Yeah.
चार हे भिक्खूंनो पुरुषे विद्यमान आहेत संसारामध्ये. कोणते चार? अच्छा सॉरी, चार चार हे भिक्खूंनो पुरुषे विद्यमान आहेत संसारामध्ये. कोणते चार? प्रवाहाने जाणारी माणसे, प्रवाहाच्या विरुद्ध जाणारी माणसे, स्थायी स्वभावाची माणसे, उत्तीर्ण होऊन पार करून ओलांडलेली माणसे, भूमीवर स्थायी आहेत ब्राह्मण. कोणते आणि हे भिक्खूंनो प्रवाहाच्या दिशेने जाणारी माणसे. येथे हे भिक्खू मनुष्य कामनेमध्ये इच्छेचे सेवन करतो, तो तसेच सतत अकुशल कर्माला करतो. याला म्हणतात हे भिक्खूंनो प्रवाहाच्या दिशेने जाणारा मनुष्य. कोणते आणि हे भिक्खूंनो प्रवाहाच्या विरुद्ध दिशेने जाणारी माणसे. येथे हे भिक्खूंनो काही मनुष्य कामभोगामध्ये सेवन करीत नाही, अकुशल कर्म पण करीत नाही, परंतु तो दुःखाद्वारे, असंतोषाद्वारे मुखावर अश्रू ढाळत रडण्यासारखे परिपूर्ण आणि परिशुद्ध श्रेष्ठ जीवनामध्ये आचरण करतो. ह्याला म्हणतात भिक्खूंनो प्रवाहाच्या दिशेने जाणारा मनुष्य. कोणते आणि भिक्खूंनो?
प्रवाहाच्या विरुद्ध जाणारा मनुष्य.
हा प्रवाहाच्या विरुद्ध जाणारा मनुष्य. कोणते आणि कोणते भिक्खूंनो? हे भिक्खूंनो स्थायी स्वभावाचा माणूस. येथे हे भिक्खूंनो काही मनुष्य 5 इहलोकाविषयीचे संबंधांचे श्रेय, क्षय, नाश नैसर्गिक आपोआप होतो. येथे परिनिर्वाण प्राप्त झाला, त्या संसारात परत न येण्याचा स्वभाव बनतो. याला म्हणतात भिक्खूंनो स्थायी स्वभावाचा माणूस. कोणते आणि हे भिक्खूंनो पुरुष पार पडलेला, ओलांडून गेलेला, स्थळावर स्थित असलेला ब्राह्मण. येथे हे भिक्खूंनो कोणीही पुरुष वाईट विचारांचा क्षय, शुद्ध विचाराचा, चित्त विमुक्ती, प्रज्ञा विमुक्ती पाहिलेले धम्मामध्ये आपले विशिष्ट ज्ञान साक्षात्कार करून उपसंपन्न झालेला भिक्खू म्हणून जगतो. याला म्हणतात हे भिक्खूंनो पुरुष जो उत्तीर्ण पार करून ओलांडून राहणारा, स्थानावर स्थित राहतो तो ब्राह्मण. अशा प्रकारे हे भिक्खूंनो 4 प्रकारची माणसे विद्यमान आहेत संसारामध्ये. ज्या कारणामुळे कोणी कामभोगामध्ये असंयमी माणसे, अवितराग येथे इंद्रिय सुखात रमणारा, पुन्हा पुन्हा जन्म म्हातारपण जवळ येणारे ते, कृष्णा श्रेष्ठ ज्ञान प्रवाहाच्या दिशेने जाण्यासाठी. तोच बुद्धिमानी येथे सेवेत असेल. कामनेत आणि अकुशल कर्म करण्यास, सेवा करण्यास अयोग्य, बरोबरच दुःखाद्वारे कामवासनांवर त्याग करून प्रवाहाच्या विरुद्ध दिशेने जाणारा म्हणू त्या पुरुषाला. तसेच जो 5 क्लेश त्यामागून धम्मा साधनेत शिथिलता न करून शिष्याची भूमिका मध्ये पूर्णत्व प्राप्त करतो, ज्याने आपले चित्त आणि इंद्रियांवर ताबा मिळवला आहे, त्याला स्थायी भावामध्ये स्थित पुरुष म्हटले जाते. मरणोत्तर त्याचे संबंधित धम्म अस्त पावणारे आहेत. सर्वस्था नष्ट झालेले आहेत असा धम्मा साधना केलेला मुनी जगाच्या शेवट किनारा ओलांडून जाणारा म्हटल्या जातो.
Hmm.
Great lines. Yeah.
Hmm.
Uh,
So you have some questions, you say.
yeah, yes. I wanted to ask, like, when we are saying ki person going against a stream, so it's very difficult for a person to go against a stream. But when a person tries to do so, the
Hmm.
society, like, I'm sharing the actual situation
Hmm.
surroundings.
Hmm.
So it there is also a situation like person say, "अरे तू तो बहुत पीछे का है." So this, like, when we are trying to go against a stream or something we do, like, no, this is not good.
Hmm.
So people uh, provoke sometimes, no.
Hmm.
If you do this, it will be old age, like something. So you are not new generation or something like that. So how to be in that situation, like how to be steady in such situation.
Hmm. This is the spiritual question you are asking me, Prachi. I will try my best. Okay. So, following this, even if we say the basic example of following the precepts, so there is no doubt. Baba Sahib asked when, especially to the intellectual person, uh, to follow this ethics or not. One needs to
Hmm.
verify that are these ethics beneficial for you. So if you do such things, are these ethics beneficial for you? First
Yes,
question to ask, and the
yes.
second question to ask, he's asked us to do, Baba Sahib asked us to, is this good for society, for well-being of society?
Yeah. Hmm.
So he says that if any intellectual person, any wise person will answer this question in yes, yes only, just like you have did. So based on
Okay.
these two parameters, is following this precept good for me, and is it good for well-being of society? Whenever you have some doubt in this case, whenever
Hmm.
they try to mold the modern days students, modern days
Hmm.
friends or
Hmm.
kids, try to put in that fold to us, try to put a label like you
Hmm.
पुराने पुराने विचारों की है, or you are
Hmm.
old and traditional. This is not related with that. Following precepts, following good deeds, doing good things, and these deeds are individual. These are so individual. So if
Hmm.
your friend is doing good thing, the fruit he will bear it, he or she will bear it. You cannot bear his fruit or her fruit. Likewise, if you are doing good things, sooner or later fruits will bear. And you will see down the line after 5 years where that person is and where are you. And it will measure the progress. Baba Sahib and Buddha both have recommended that to do the good things. And it's like next level. Always inspiring us, motivating us to do more good things in life. So one must not get because in the journey of life one must listen to the masters because they have been, because it's a proven theory. It's not the words in air, like your friend or the person who don't have experience. He These are the masters, so we must follow what they have followed. Of course we will ask questions to ourselves only before doing anything, because both have recommended us not to follow them blindly. I hope this answer is satisfactory.
Yes. Now, lines are very true. I'm just connecting it with the practical life.
Yeah.
Like when I'm handling, suppose we are taking issues of community. लो तो होता है ना एक community. अरे खा खर्रा खा तंबाकू का कुछ नहीं होता.
Hmm.
तो and if one person won't do that, other person say अरे नहीं ये तो एक असतं ना एक सामाजिक हे
Hmm.
that to do like.
There we need to remember the शीलवंत. शीलवंताचा सुगंध तगर, चमेली, चंदन, कमळ यांचा सुगंध लिमिटेड त्याच ठिकाणी राहतो. ते जे पर्सन आहेत, दोज हु आर डीलिंग इन कम्युनिटी, खर्रा खाणारे, तंबाखू खाणारे, their area and their dominance is limited in that area only. But when you will mix up with the sensible people who are following the Sheela, who have set some ethics in their life, in that your fragrance will flow in very far in all directions. So this is just a temporary. These are the conditions. This is the environment, and this is temporary because we will not live with the same company for long term.
Right.
So these are just temporary conditions which will pass away one day or the other. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So let me stop sharing my screen now. Stop share. Yeah. How can I switch on my video?
I can see you. You are there.
Okay. So we both okay, because for me only you were seen.
We only two are there.
It's okay. So let's deep dive some little bit into the sutta. Like there are some terms which so Kilesha, Klesha. In Marathi we call it as Klesha. Sankilesa. Sankilesa in English means corruption. So what is the example of corruption? Little bit journey from Anusotagami up to Nibbana, up to the fourth person. So what are the conditions or whatever, with examples we will take it. So this world is born into anguish. सगळीकडे संतप्त झालेले लोक आहेत आणि आपण पण संतप्त होत राहतो. And is subject to painful contact. And there is suffering in this world. Okay. It is sickness that it calls itself for however it conceives other than that. Maintaining its being otherwise, the world clinging into the being. So is here on this earth, it is full of sickness, suffering, painful contacts we have. So to be is clinging to be. माझं हे माझं ते सतत ego. This is clinging. This is in huge quantity in this world. Especially religious only being. I want to be this, I want to be that. So every person here, especially religious only being. What it religious brings? Fear. So it will bring the fear. Okay. So this bears the fear. Okay. So okay, the world is clinging to the being, especially religious only being. What it religious brings fears, and what it fears is pain. So this is the corrupted thoughts. How we develop the fear, how we corrupt our mind. It is said here how we develop the fear until. So we cling to be, we are ought to get suffer, we ought to get painful contact. Okay. So we cling into the being and we develop the fear, and the fear brings the pain. Then the term is Nibbeda. What do you mean by Nibbeda? Nibbeda means penetration. So now this divine life is lived to abundant being. So it is first one is about all the kamas Kamasa also, the first bondage also, we have seen sensual pleasures, indulging in sensual pleasures, Nibbe, the penetration. Now this divine life is lived to abundant being. Again, this is related with Anusotagami. Anusotagami does this all those things. He will not penetrate also. But when one does penetrate, then again corruption will occur. How the corruption will occur? Whenever the monk and divines have declared liberation from being to come about through some kind of being. None of them, I say, are liberated from being. What does the Buddha says? That okay, so first person is kind of Anusotagami. Now he is meditating and he has started his working journey and he is started working on himself or herself. So whenever that monk traveling on that journey, he declares his own liberation from being to come about through some kind of being. None of them, I say, are liberated from being, Buddha says. And whatever monks are or divines have declared escape from being to come about through non-being. None of them, I say, escape from being. It is by depending on, by asserting the essentials of existence that this suffering has actual being. So here some kind of being is there. So Buddha says that it is not liberation. This is not truly liberation. What do you mean by penetration now? How here with the exhaustion of all kinds of assumption, suffering has no actual being. This is the penetration. The stage they are saying. When one gets penetrated and he has no actual being, he has penetrated through that condition and with the exhaustion of all kinds of assumptions. He is not assuming anything right now. He has exhausted all the assumptions and he is now suffering has no actual being. Then again the corruption. What do now we get corrupted all the time from time to time. You know that again the mind is corrupted. How here? See this white world subjected to ignorance, avidya, which is which delights to be never freed from being. Yet, whatever the kinds of being, in any way, anywhere, all are impermanent, pain, haunted, inseparable from the idea of change. Means here again the thought occurs to that person that here change is not there. This is अनित्य धिस इज नित्य ते विल से ते सगळं नित्य आहे असं जी थिंकिंग डेव्हलप होते त्याला परत आपण करप्शन म्हटलेलं आहे कशाचा तरी दाग लागला परत सो व्हॉट इज दिस थिंकिंग दॅट धिस इज कॉन्स्टंट धिस विल नॉट चेंज थिंकिंग ऑफ धिस इज करप्शन so in this whole wide world we have ignorance why this occurs the root is ignorance avidya which delights to be never freed from being. Yet whatever kinds of being in any way, anywhere, all are impermanent, pain, haunted, inseparable from the idea of change. Okay, idea of change is again corruption. So here, again, the one who penetrates this idea. So when a man sees thus, with right understanding, how it is, his craving for being is abandoned. Now the craving has been abandoned. Now he has seen the witnessed the truth and with the right understanding. And he has no more especially religious non-being. That is the utter exhaustion of all cravings. Bhavatanha, Kamatanha, and Vibhavatanha, they are saying. So first Anusotagami indulges in Kamatanha. Then second person, which is called Patisotagami. So Bhavatanha, he indulges himself in Bhavatanha. Some kind of being is there. Even though they declare themselves as liberated, they are not because some form of Bhava is there, is still there. Now here they are talking about Vibhavatanha, means here non-being. He especially relishes non-being, that is utter exhaustion of all cravings. This is remainderless fading, cessation, that is extinction. So this is the extinction. So this comes for the third type of person, who is steadfast, who is thitatto. Thitatto, third kind of person we have seen. Then what do you mean by asekha? Asekha, we called it as. Asekha in English means adept. What do you mean by adept? That bhikkhu being quenched through not assuming. He does not assume anything. He only sees what is real. No more his being comes to a renewal. He has overcome all the tanas, kamatana, bhavatana, and also the vibhavtana. He has penetrated from all these conditions. Now, no more his being comes to a renewal. So there is no scope for
Vibhavtanna, what can you explain again? Vibhavtanna, what exactly?
vibhavatanha. So there are three kinds of tanha. First one is kamatanha, sensual pleasures, which we have seen. Bhavatanha means to be. Bhava means to be. And vibhav means not being. So vibhav means the thrust to attain the nibbana. We call it as विभवतना. मला राहायचं नाहीये, मला निर्वाण पद प्राप्त करायचंय. I want to do this. I don't want to be. I don't want to be. That we call as vibhavatana. Okay, bhava means I want to be, remain in some form or the other form. And vibhav means I want to get nirvana. I want to get nirvana. I don't want to be like that. Vibhavatana. So asekha. Here the bhikkhu being quenched through not assuming, because he is seeing with right understanding. No more his being comes to a renewal, because he has crossed all the flood, all the stream, transcended is dead being. So मारापासून तो मुक्त आहे. The battle won. He has won the battle. He has strived and he has battled and he has won. One such as this outstrips all modes of being. So there is no being now. Now he is the one, a sekha. Sekha means what? A trainee. A trainee means what? A trainee who is training himself, who is striving, who is giving the efforts, who is on this path to become Arhanta. Now, when one becomes Arhanta, he doesn't become, there is nothing remain to learn new things, right? So he becomes the Asekha. He has studied and overcome all the stream. He has crossed over. Tinno parangato. Uttinno. Okay. So Anusotagami means the person who goes with the stream is dealing with the corruption. Corruption means Sankilesa. Okay. Patisotagami and Thitatto. They are dealing with Nibbedha. Nibbedha means what? Penetration. That is the one who goes against the stream and one who has steadied himself. Thitatto. On one place he is steady and is dealing with penetration. He is penetrating and he is transmigrating from one condition to another. He is striving hard. Then final one is Tinno Parangato. Tinno means what? Past. Parangato. The person who has crossed over, gone to the further shore and stands on firm ground as one divine, is dealing with Adepta. Adepta means what? A Sekha. So this is a bit of little journey of how the trainee, how the Anusotagami up to the Tinno Parangato, Lokantagu. So I hope this is helpful in some ways for you and it is understandable. There are many concepts, new concepts that come in this sutta. This was very simple sutta, but it has very deep meaning.
Yes,
If we
very
only
deep meaning. Yeah.
if we only concentrate on the Pali text and its meaning, it's very small. Simple definitions are given. But if we go and into the depth, when we dissect each term, there is very in-depth meaning and there are many terms has come here. I hope this has helped you in somehow, Prachi. So if you have any question, please go ahead and Ask.
No, actually, I'm reflecting. It has a really deep meaning. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And thank you. Thanks a lot for explaining very nicely. Like, though I am alone here with you, but still, you explained very well. Very nice. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
it took me deep in the subject. Like, I was very attached what you said, na? So
Mm-hmm.
thanks a lot. Yeah.
Thank you for being here with me, Prachi, as you have interest and you have that,
So,
you have that curiosity to know, and you strive to work on yourself. You accept that, okay, I need to work on
mm,
something. You are on the journey of trying to excel. So that's why you are
mm,
tuned here with me. I am so glad you are here with me. Later on YouTube, maybe many people can see later. But today's sisters was
mm.
very, very interesting.
Wow, very, very seriously. Yeah.
Those
Four types.
small,
Very
it
same.
got very
Yeah.
deep
Mm,
meaning actually.
mm.
Yeah,
Four types of men. Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Persons and all, like, and this is like every person is going through this, so it's connecting more, like, if
Mm-hmm.
one step is there, like, if you go with the stream, what will happen, if we go against the stream, what will happen, steadiness what will give us, like, and what is arhanta, freedom, like, all it is a complete life, I feel like. Mm,
Mm-hmm.
it is given in this sutta, complete life, description of complete life. So
Wow.
that,
So,
yeah.
so you
Yeah.
have got the gist of this sutta actually.
Yeah, because thank you for explaining. Like, you explain it very well. So I actually I'm not comfortable with Pali still, but you explained it, like the meaning. Na? That's
Uh,
why the beauty of Pali, and you are giving that beauty, like making me to feel that beauty. So thank you a lot. Thanks a lot. Yeah.
yeah, it's okay even though you don't
Mm-hmm.
understand Pali, but it
Mm-hmm.
takes practice, little bit of
Mm-hmm.
practice. That some words are like the
Now,
original
yeah,
Pali.
right.
If we say it as
Okay.
adept, it will
Mm-hmm.
not it doesn't penetrate
Mm-hmm.
through our hearts. We can say it
Right.
comes upon
Yes.
penetration. Such terms,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
klesha, kilesa. We can
Mm-hmm.
relate it with that. So that's why
Yes.
I'm.
Arhant. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like. Mm-hmm.
that's why I'm including the Pali text here so that it can
Mm-hmm.
become and we can more relate
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
in that
Yeah.
and
It's
that.
helping. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So
Yeah. The bondage, five bondage you explained. Like, today's session was very nice. Like, five bondage you explained very well.
hmm
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and okay,
Yeah.
yeah, there is
Okay.
many terms have come in this.
Many terms came. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think so. With this, we
Okay.
can stop here. And
Yes. Yes.
thank you for being and thank you for listening. And
Yes.
we will see in the next session. In next